crap. Yeah, we're live. Well, I almost. I'll set this mug on you. Son of a, why did I click that? It switches to the scene. I'll look and see what's going on. You just be ready. Scoot on over into me a little bit. And you be ready to talk, bro. I'll get you sitting right. You have to. We'll get it. It's hard to know, not knowing who's coming up, you know.
If only our people.
I don't think you have anybody on yet, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Huh?
You see my chest wiggling.
Yeah, let me,
It's recognizing this one right here.
recognizing that one?
Yeah.
Technical difficulty.
No kidding. It's got my chest.
Your chest looking, but your chest looking right, though.
It's recognizing this one right here.
Oh, how about I unlock the dang thing?
Yeah. There we go. We're getting it all together here.
I never hear that.
All right, Hunter Wilkes is on.
That thing looks like we're in front of a shower.
Well, we might be. We'll let them decide. All right.
All right,
We're about to get started in just a second.
maybe.
Man, and do we got some stuff planned? But
Well,
things never go that way.
It depends on whether or not you have, everybody shows up.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
tends to,
When we have everything
Tends to be
set
the
up and
issue.
then, we have a few lollygaggers.
then yeah.
But are we all set?
We had, yeah, man, we should be good to go.
Okay.
let me
Well,
get-
here we
Let
go.
me get my mask on.
We're Small Town Famous. Chase, Alan,
it.
we do have the mask now.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. If you don't mind, go ahead and share this video and start commenting away. But go ahead and share and invite your friends to join along, because coming up on the show, Alan's broken bow, froze cognition, UFO verification, the baddest man alive returns, STF reclaims its time. And we'll get to a ton more. And of course, all your comments and questions and topics. So stay tuned, because Small Town Famous is live. And it starts right
now.
Welcome. Episode 101.
How about 101, baby?
Yeah, before we get in too far, we do want to say, if you're looking to decorate your home and want it to look amazing, then Cottonwood Farm Design Company has what you're looking for. Cabinets, tables, signs, and all sorts of decorations that would give your home the warm, rustic charm look that you'll love, and your friends will too. Check out their designs, or even make your own at one of their sign parties. If you have an idea, they can bring it to life. 5-star reviews all over the place, because Cottonwood Farm Designs are built to last. Like their Facebook page, Cottonwood Farm Design Company. You can also give them a call. They'd love to talk to you. 910-220-5867, or just email them. They have that too. Cottonwood Farm Design Co. at gmail.com. Appreciate everybody for joining in, and we hope you go ahead and share this video. It's just me, Tennessee 5.
Tennessee 5, what's up, baby? Hey,
He's become our boy. He really has.
Let us know if y'all can hear us okay.
because I had to re-rig everything.
We're not even in the same room anymore. That's how much re-rigging Alan has done.
Well, the interesting thing is probably only Lexi, if Hunter's watching.
Hunter was on.
But and Teresa may know, but the
Also
fact
on.
that we started out in this
very
playroom and went to the library, a little bit quieter, and we're going to work on some sound treatment, but we just outgrew it. I mean, it is what it
growing like
is. We
crazy.
outgrew it.
Well, it's mainly because it's our bellies.
That's a
we
lot
can't
of
really
it.
get up to the table as easy anymore.
Well, man, when you start all that,
Quarantine weight.
you start adding all these cameras and all that junk.
Volume keeps cutting out. That's what Teresa's saying.
The volume keeps cutting
We're kind
out.
of waving all over the place. Maybe if we sit still.
Or it could be my sucky internet service. But
Shout out our internet service.
it's going to get better.
Oh yeah.
It's going to get better. And it
Anyway.
may get quiet in between words because it's such a
software for you.
noisy room.
That's
I had
software
to-
for you.
Yeah, I had to use software to actually cut the words and stuff off.
Well,
so.
we hate that Fro and Jordan or even Romy, but especially Fro is not here because we had on tap to start off, to kick off this show with giving him a cognitive test. I think that was what everybody was wanting to see. What's up, Seth Miller?
Seth made it on time.
Yeah, we hope to give him a cognitive test because that's been in the news lately. I know that.
You fancy, man.
I
All that fancy stuff.
know.
I
What's,
feel like you're so far away from me, like you're socially distancing.
Look,
don't-
We're not wearing our masks. But anyway, did you catch that interview with Trump and the what was he saying? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. Did you? You were just all over the place right now.
I'm trying to get even with you. You set I think the camera's like at an angle, or maybe it's just me.
Yeah, we.
I'm gonna sit still.
One of your butt cheeks is bigger.
Yeah. Now, did I? Okay. You said did I check the interview? The interview with who?
Yeah, with Trump about the cognitive test. And all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Apparently, you're failing yours right now.
That no doubt about that.
Also,
Yeah, I did see the interview. I saw several different ones. He's been given several interviews a day.
Yeah.
My favorite one being so far with Portnoy from Barstool Sports.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
a great interview. But I saw the cognitive test. That's not the one with Chris. Did he do that with Chris Wallace? That's
yeah, maybe so.
I think so.
I don't remember. But I saw a lot of people tweeting about it, but
person, woman, man, camera, TV. Got it. I've been working on that for 3 days.
we were hoping to give Fro the cognitive test. So I actually had a list of questions. Well, it was only 3, but they were questions that I would have just. We're gonna get him to answer them, and we're gonna get him to try his hardest. But speaking of Fro, y'all went on a little trip recently.
Yeah. I went to Broken Bow.
Yeah, what's happening up in Broken Bow?
Apparently not coronavirus.
Nobody had it? Nobody was wearing masks. Nobody was.
It
social
didn't. It did not seem. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate it. It's working good now. You talk about the audio.
Hopefully.
I think that no, it was a fun trip. Me and the Rogers family, we all went up there, and you get up there in this nice, serene environment. You kind of forget about things. Nobody's wearing masks. It was optional, except for us.
Well, you're outside.
We did wear, we did wear a mask. But you get up there, then we get to cabinet night. We're going to do our spades game and stuff.
I hear the spade stuff's been getting pretty intense.
Y'all have already heard me talk about it before.
Yeah.
You would think that the thing about it was Jeffrey couldn't
Nobody's
say.
setting anybody. Where's the competition?
Well, Jeffrey couldn't say, I'm going home, man. Man, I'm going. Come on, let's go.
He was
because he was stuck in that
cabin.
cabin, so he had to be nice, and that part was funny. He had to be nice. So anyway, but we played spades every night. We played cornhole. We brought our cornhole and I got some professional cornhole bags.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking that pretty serious. I've been working out. And
Hey, they do have. Has anybody seen the ESPN like the cornhole tournament? I mean,
I watched it.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
actually pretty.
One time, that's how I knew it existed. That's it.
You're flipping through there and you go, "What are you? They have this?" And then you get stuck
then
watching it for 16 straight hours.
Yeah, I watched it. I was at Walk-Ons. I'm like,
Yeah.
That can't be real.
That's not real. Well, you were
And-
probably looking at something else going, surely that's not
I
real.
want, and I found myself eating a lot slower. Come like, hold on a second.
We can't go.
He's only got one more shot. He's only got one more shot.
He's got to go for the airmail.
When you play cornhole, some people call it bago. You talk about cornhole in the South.
People get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, especially if you've ever been incarcerated. But, we don't play the bust rules, which makes it different. A lot of people play bust, but we don't, so we can just throw.
You play the weakling type.
Well, yeah.
Because we're not pros here.
Well, me and Jeffrey would beat the crap out of everybody all the time. If that happened. So we just did, hey, if you get to 21, it is what it is. If the game comes out 26-25, the highest one wins.
Floating, all that was pretty.
We did floating.
Well, okay.
And it's funny, we decided there was a dispute. So
Okay.
what
There's
occurs?
a
A little bit of conflict. You know what they data to when you go off to college, but never room with your best friend. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
Because we're still great friends, but there was a little bit of
You're going to end up having some tensions.
Well, it wasn't even a tension. It was a debate. It was a very cordial debate.
Okay.
Over which outfitter to use for floating the river. And there's a company that the company she works for, that they've used.
Okay.
And then there's the little place called Cowboys that we use. This little old dinky place. But
so you were like, y'all come on, we're going to use so-and-so. And they were like, no, hold on.
It was Leslie was like,
we're under contract with these other. We have an agreement here.
Well, Leslie was like, and we call Cowboys and a good Christian organization, and he's just a simple guy. And they go and they'll take me, and like last time we went, they took me and her with nobody else. You don't have to wait on a big group of people.
Yeah,
they just took us down there and said, "Hey, we'll be looking for you in 2 hours." That's it. And Amanda's, hers was a little bit, the companies used it was different. Yeah. And she said, but this one's it's like 3 hours long. And now in my mind, I'm thinking the river, it's not like
Now, is Broken Bow got anybody from Oklahoma or been to Broken Bow? I mean, what's how long's the float path there?
Well, it can 8 miles or something.
Okay.
So it's not I want to pick the 3 hour ride. Or I want to do the 30-minute because I'm new. And it's not like, it's not like skiing.
Right.
Right. I mean, you just float until you don't want to float anymore, or you row, whatever. And there's different pickup points.
Yeah.
And they just say, look, we're going to start looking for you after 2 hours. Just be somewhere.
But 2 hours.
But there's
that's got to be going pretty fast, though.
Well, me and Leslie made it in an hour. Made an hour and a half last time. We beat our time by 30 minutes this time.
8 miles?
No.
I was about to say.
You said how long is. No, you said how. Well, I could. Don't put it past me. No. I could.
Floating.
No.
I ain't floating.
The deal is so we're going down the river. The floating part of the river is about 8 miles, if I'm not mistaken. But where you go, everybody's got designated pickup points depending on what outfitter you use. Right. So what we decided was, Amanda, they're just going to go with the company they're comfortable with, and then we'll go with the one we're comfortable with. So it's no big deal. Theirs was set up to go like at 8:00 in the morning, 7:00 in the morning, or something like that. 7:30. They had to be there. So we stuck around about an hour at the cabin, ate breakfast.
Lollygagged,
we go to
dawdled.
We go to get in the truck. I get a call from.
Well, you're notoriously known for being hours late.
We call it Nolte time.
It's
Yeah. So
notoriously no.
So we're in the truck, but they're doing their own thing. He just said, "Hey, they're about to bring the kayaks out." Now we're about 10 miles from this place, and they were too. 'Cause theirs is only like a mile from our outfitters.
Yeah.
So they left about an hour and a half early. They got their kayaks. We said, "Yeah, we're pulling out now." So we get down to Cowboys, and we go in there and we pay for our stuff. And he says, "All right, y'all ready to go?" When they ran us right down there, we took off down the river.
And
In about 35 minutes,
you see the
we
Rogers.
see the Rogers about 300 yards ahead. They had been, and then we made it to our spot, our pickup spot, called our guy and said, "Hey, we're here." And he said, "All right, I'll just come on pick you up." They had to go on down about another quarter mile for their pickup, and then they had to wait for their entire group. And this group was blocking traffic where you almost killed several people as you go through.
Of course.
That's why the Rogers actually paddled and got ahead of them. And it was so funny because we barreled through those same people, but we got up and we was like, there they are right there. So we caught up with them about a half a mile before it was over with. We kind of cruised on in with them. So we got picked up, went back to the cabin, took a shower, ate lunch. Here they were come rolling. So they left an hour and a half early, come in an hour and a half after, and we floated the exact same. We had floated the exact same place, so it was fun. We had a good time, but there was no other real controversies or anything.
Float slower, and I've learned that in life. But
If you don't put a paddle in the water, it goes amazingly. It goes amazingly slow.
we're just using our arm at this point. I was wanting to get the audience opinion on this because I know we were expecting to talk about it. How do you feel, and this is for everybody that's watching, how do you feel about schools reopening? Right now, the target date is August 24th.
Yep.
Yep. What are your thoughts on that? I know we have some teachers that do watch this. What are the I really want to know is what the teachers are thinking. But I was talking to my brother the other day because he recently got a new job in administration at a school, and he's having to make plan A, plan B, C, all the way to the K. The other letters.
It's complicated.
But yeah, he's in charge of all that. And he was talking to me a little bit about it, and about different sports, and maybe pushing one season to like football to spring, baseball to this, and there's a lot going in, and these teachers, I feel for them because the preparation behind a lot of this is crazy. But he said he had to go through, since a lot of the other folks aren't at the school yet. He had to go through and test out over 300 locks, combination locks on all the lockers, making sure they matched. I was like, dude, that's terrible I thought you were getting promoted. And he said he had to go through all there and test all the locks, make sure they matched up with the lockers and all this stuff. And he had to start answering calls. And one of them was, hey, if my kid does the virtual learning, are they required to wear a school uniform? I thought a very interesting question, but of course he said, just make sure the kid's clothed, and I think we'll be okay. But just make
That's
sure
kind of a silly question.
It is. It is, but I'm not because there's going to be a lot of questions about what's coming up.
Well, when we started homeschooling the kids after the start of this, I did ask Leslie to wear her school uniform. So.
That's right. We want to know. But
she's gonna kill me. I'm just kidding.
It's already nerve-wracking being in front of a bunch of students.
Yes.
But now, especially when you talk about virtual learning, putting teachers on like a live. I don't. It won't be a Facebook live, but
it should be.
Absolutely.
Talk to me. You talk to me. I'll hook y'all up.
Hook us up.
Look at this professional crap.
Yeah. Yeah. But what are some of your thoughts? Anybody out there about the schools reopening and send them back? That's what Tennessee Files says. We're making our kids paranoid, and that's a fair point. That's fair.
I agree with that. I think it's had some psychological damage to us and the the kids.
Yeah,
So-
even
so
even
they need
Britain,
that social stuff.
Britain, not even 2 years old. They went shopping the other day. Her mom and even Britain was like pointing, going, mask. Like, you're not wearing your mask.
Oh
I'm like,
man, yeah,
it's crazy. You in trouble, Alan?
yeah, I said the wrong thing. Yeah,
But yeah, what are we thinking about the schools? Like, what do you think? Send them back. You know,
absolutely.
because
I think
smaller schools are going to have a little bit easier time, I would think.
Yeah.
With being able to work in the classroom, separate kids, fall under guidelines and all that. But are we going to have enough goggles to pass out? Because
man, I
it
think
seems like it's just getting crazy. That Fauci's he's like, let's put everybody in a bubble now.
Fauci. I want to talk about Fauci and his first pitch, but the opening pitch. But you know, personally, I think we should put them back. They should go back to school now. And we're ones that when we love having our kids home. I mean, we look forward to summer vacation and all that because we love going places and doing things with the kids.
But it's been extended.
But you can tell
quite a bit.
Well, you can tell they need that social interaction.
They do.
They need that, and the fact that science definitely has proven that they do. They're not the big vectors of it. Matter of fact, the majority of people who catch COVID catch it at home.
Well, here's my big worry is that this is like you send kids back and they haven't really been around other kids since February.
Yep.
Your immune system is going to be built to your home life, and you get around other kids. I'm not saying the virus at all, but there's going to be other things. I say within like 2 months, all those kids are going to be sick with something else just because they got to build back up to how it was, their systems before everything had shut down. That'd be kind of my thinking behind it. But everybody's going to get the sniffles within the first few weeks is what I would imagine.
And if you are thinking, hey, I'm being rude, I'm having to keep up with Anna's sugar. Sorry, Anna's been struggling. She got some blood sugar issues for some reason, so I'm trying to keep up with that while she's texting me.
We do monitor health all the time.
So, so like you were saying, I don't know exactly what you were saying.
Right. Well, every kid's going to get sick in the first few days first few weeks because their immune system is going to be down anyway. So some kids got a fever that's not viral related or whatever. Everybody's going to end up getting sick for just whatever. That's my thought.
Yeah. Well, and again,
they got to build back up to it. Go push your kid in a bunch of germs would be my thing.
I would. I wouldn't. My advice to parents, I would have them out. I would have them out in the public a little bit. I would have them out outside doing things. Yeah. Now, it's different being in the rural South again. I mean, they're protected against so many viruses, man. I mean, they eat so much dirt and crap like that when they first. Yeah, I mean, but
they're eating, wild animals at times. Just squirrel.
But if it's so hard for them to spread it, and we can have smaller classrooms, a little bit more socially distant.
Now the teachers, especially the older teachers, cause for concern.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that they should wear. I think that they should wear some kind of mask and for them particularly, since they were trying to fund some stuff for schools, they could probably afford to have educators have N95 masks that actually may protect you.
Maybe so.
But because the kids don't need them.
I like what Seth said. If the goggles is what Fauci's talking about, he looks forward to everyone having to wear snorkels next. So that's it's a slow progression here. I thought when they said cover just your nose and your mouth, now it's your eyes. And next it's going to be your probably hair.
Oh, you'll just wear.
I would say hair is we shed. And no telling what kind of germs you have in your nasty, greasy hair.
You wear a pool float around your
pool floats. I think we should just make school a big pool party.
Once somebody call Elon Musk and just get some outer space elements.
Everybody get outer space elements.
Yeah. I'm looking forward for school to get back in session again, just to get on with some limited sports and some. It's going to me. It's fascinating to see what's going to happen.
Well, then then there's the big if kids opt to do the virtual learning.
Yeah.
Uh,
Want to, if I miss it, hey, just click on her name right there.
okay, yeah. Well, if someone wants to do the virtual learning, then they may not be eligible for extracurriculars, which kind of makes sense. If you don't feel like you need to come to school because you might get sick, then why would you be on the basketball team?
Totally agree.
But yeah, there's going to be a lot of people raising a little bit of cane. I'm
Well,
sure.
there's you got your choice. If you're too afraid to send them to school, then there's no way they should be. You should also be afraid if they play sports, because that's going to be a little bit more close contact.
Right.
No social distancing whatsoever. I just think personally, again, I think you already know where I stand. I think it's ridiculous. The science is behind kids going back to school.
Yeah.
And if your child has not psychologically changed since all this happened, they might not understand what's going on, but they're kind of the victims in this, because they're seeing stress, and at first it's like summer vacay, but even, you got kids hating school that are ready for it to come back.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, I hated school, but at least I like to go socialize, because that's
right.
That's cognitive.
It helps. That's right.
Development there.
And
if you
there's
don't mind, everybody, if go ahead and share this video or tag your teacher friends, because I'd like to get their input as well, and we'll put that. We'll pop that right up on the screen, because I do want to hear what a lot of the teachers think. That's local teachers. And
if you're a teacher, please comment.
Yeah, and especially if you're not in South Arkansas, all over the place, big cities, wherever.
I'd be interested to see what some of those schools are doing. I know that Louisiana's a different world, so we don't need 500 comments from Louisiana, because none of it's gonna make sense.
I don't think anybody knows what's going on in Louisiana. Teresa is our Louisiana correspondent, and she's out of her gourd as well. So we try.
I do want to say something, Teresa. We've been praying for you. With Teresa she had a house fire. So everybody, keep Teresa in your thoughts. Keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And
loyal listener, great person, known her for a long time. She's an old Emersonite.
Yeah,
and now she's down in South Louisiana.
And we sure sorry that happened, Teresa.
Stroke of bad luck, and we sure hope everybody's doing well down there. Know it'll all work out, but it's definitely a tough time.
Vicky, that's right. Call Vicky Martin. Get Vicky Martin on here. We need some teachers' ideas.
Vicky, get her on right here.
I know Leslie's been debating ideas on what they should.
I know everybody has.
Yeah, doing a half a day and cutting out some liberal arts stuff. I mean, there's a lot of. There's a lot of filler.
There's a lot of back on STEM type things.
There's a lot of filler,
Well, what would be filler, Alan?
Oh, you want me to get called out right here? Because I love music, and I love when you're if they are trying.
Just don't care about music.
The well-rounded education, I get it, but you can pick that up on YouTube now. But there's lots of things that you can actually. I know I just pissed somebody off, but my point is, while this is going on, I love all our music teachers, art teachers. I think they're important. But when people when people are debating how to go back to school and doing it in crazy phases, why don't you just shorten the school day temporarily? You're gonna have to. You can. If you got to make smaller classes, use your liberal arts teachers to teach other classes, have them certified for that, or lift a certificate, or allow a temporary certification, emergency certification. Mm-hmm. Let the kids go from like 8 to 12 so they can have lunch, because a lot of people especially in urban areas, depend on school lunches. And then just be
arts matter.
Arts matter.
That's
arts matter. And matter of fact, in Portland, Seattle, that they have actually been chanting that right before sundown. Arts matter, arts matter.
And then they graffiti the fool out of everything
to show their art, to show that arts matter. If we put them back in school and taught more art in college, maybe they wouldn't do that. So, but I don't want to go there. But I do want to. You brought up Fauci.
Well,
So you got,
No. You go ahead. Go ahead.
no. You want to do a sponsor real
Yeah,
quick?
I was gonna slip one in really quick because speaking of sports and all that, I had a sports segment here coming up, but if you're looking to buy or sell a home in Magnolia or the surrounding area, or you're just in search of some rental property, then Brent and Courtney McHenry can certainly help. They offer free comparative market analysis. That's fancy. To help determine the value of your property and to help you find the perfect buyer. They also work with rental property owners and can help you find
Brent likes that.
rental property plus. They value advice, but they offer valuable advice. I didn't know if you knew that. They're great friends of ours. They're professional, and they sincerely want to help find the place that's right for you. 870-234-1644. That's how you can reach them and let them see how they can help you. That's Britt and Courtney McHenry at Ray and Associates.
It gives it a certain je ne sais quoi when you get it. Don't you think?
That's impressive. Je ne sais quoi.
I learned that in English. They still need to teach that. Y'all keep that one on the list.
But you were saying about Fauci throwing the first pitch.
That he looked like he broke his arm. No, what I thought about when that guy.
Did everybody see that? If
you didn't see it,
we should have had the video.
You know what?
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not going to screw nothing up. You just do you. I'll do me. I will find this mug because you got to. You got to see Fauci throwing out
Fauci
this
first pitch is one of these. There's when you're looking at someone to take advice or is in a leadership position, and you want them to.
I typed in FAU number one trending.
I thought it was faucet replacement, but it's Fauci's first pitch. But you want them to show that sign of strength, physical strength. Like, I could follow that guy into battle. I could follow that lady into battle.
Let me see if how we do this real quick.
But anyway, the Fauci
hold on, just as
fall 2020.
right.
here's a little bit of.
So let me
Get a real good
my ears.
all right.
feel for tonight.
Okay.
All right, so hold on a second. So what I need to do, I think I have to. This is all new to me. To us.
We may lose video. We may lose audio.
We're
trying to
not
switch over.
going. We're not going to lose anything. All I have to do is figure this out. Hold on.
Okay.
And I think I think all I have to do
Okay.
is stop getting. There it is. Get off of that
Okay.
and get back on here.
He is doing a lot of producer.
I got to do a lot of stuff
It's
because I
dragging
was
here,
not.
It's sliding here.
I wasn't ready for this. I'm doing a screen share, so hold your horses.
Hold the horses.
All right, hold on a sec.
But anyway,
Hold on just a sec.
what they invited. Okay, here we go.
No, yeah, we're fixing it.
We
Hold on.
went dark.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
Our monitors.
I want to make sure that we still. All right, y'all can still hear us.
Okay, let's,
All right,
let's see it.
let me see
We
if can y'all
okay.
there
Yeah,
you can
we
see that.
We see that. Make a big screen on there. All right, there's Fauci. There's Fauci in the mask. I don't know why they asked him to do the first pitch. I guess because he's been on. He's a very influential figure right now.
He's the nation's doctor, but historically,
Is he?
Good point, because I think it was a slight on Trump, because who always throws out the first pitch?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's everybody knew that.
And I believe this is so poignant in his management of the coronavirus.
Okay, so let's see Fauci's first pitch, because this is the man. We don't want to talk about the intellect of it, but we like I said, the leadership qualities that we follow. One of those characteristics is physical.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want confidence in this guy.
Yes, this is the man that the world is listening to.
That's right.
Washington National fans.
Here we go. Wind up. Oh wow. Okay.
Anthony Fauci.
Yeah, so you got the mask on and
Just a bit
everything.
outside. I think I want to see it.
One more time.
Hold on, let me run.
Let's rewind it one more time. Here we
Washington
go.
National
He does have the
fan.
mask.
Here he goes. 1, 2, ow!
Man.
And that's the pitch. But anyway.
All right. Just a bit outside. All right, so let me get us back to our
Yeah.
camera. All right.
But man, that was quick. He got that back quick.
The
but-
deal is, to me, it was so poignant
Yes.
because it reminded me of the information and the advice he provides about coronavirus.
Right.
Because my guess is the next time he throws out a first pitch, he'll throw a 98-mile-an-hour split finger fastball
I
for
agree.
a strike
I agree.
from 60 feet 6 inches instead of 45 feet or whatever he threw.
I agree.
You know, I don't. But it really looked like his arm came out of socket and he broke a hip. So I don't know, man. But
yeah,
that was embarrassing. But there you are. That's your nation's doctor.
Right. And that's what everybody's listening to. But also in that same game, you know, he I know you
Mr.
were gonna
Mask.
bring that- Mr. Mask. You know, he's talking about goggles. He's talking about, like Seth said, snorkels now. You know, we're talking about full on protective gear.
Oh, let me do
that
the-
he
let me do the
says
Biden.
is an absolute essential for protecting yourself.
This is called the Biden.
The pictures and the video surface of
This is the.
of him in the stands, and of course, you know, he's with people he's been around, but I
Yeah.
doubt they were household members like he suggested. No mask, no social distance, no nothing.
They could have put a seat between them. How hard would that have been?
There's nobody in the
No,
crowd.
yeah. I mean,
I mean, you flare out, you might catch a ball or something. I mean,
and I don't. At some point, I guess you have to recognize the fact that you may be caught on TV. I mean, I mean, my goodness.
do you want to? I mean, is that intentional being seen like that, or are you just so non-self-aware?
I think they're just. I mean, you want? Are they? I want to know if people think they're so on division. I'm starting to get an inkling that Democrats and some. I don't know.
Yeah,
the country feels.
Comment.
The country feels a little
Sharing.
divided right now. I
There's
you know,
some
I don't know if y'all have
division.
noticed that.
Yeah, go ahead and share.
Yeah.
And invite your friends. We
Please
want
do
to,
that. I want to see some YouTube. There's never that. Yeah, that was Tennessee 5. That's right. That's the one that
Send
gets us.
them back. Right.
Hey, y'all need to.
Yeah. But the first pitch and then the non-mask in the crowd type thing. And then he comes out and says the see, that's
Snorkel.
got me thinking about snorkels, but the goggles and stuff. That was legit.
Yeah.
But
He'll
speaking
just,
of,
you go ahead.
but you know, as bad as that pitch was, it is 3 times better than Fro's golf swing. I will say that because I kid, Fro. But we went golfing this past
It
weekend.
looks like he's got an artificial hip on his right.
because you said, I can't go, you know, social distancing, plus I hate y'all. But we went golfing, and, you know, my thing is, my goal is to keep it in the fairway, get it on the green. Fro loves a challenge. I mean, he does. He loves a challenge, and he says, you know
It's called
what?
getting up out of bed in the morning.
He says, I want to play through the woods because that's where I feel more comfortable. And it's intentional. But
Right.
he said, there's 2 trees up here split. And he says, I'm not going around this dog leg. I'm cutting right through the woods. I can see the green right here. I'm just going to go right in between them,
Right.
in between these trees. And they're kind of close, but not, you can get through there.
Yeah. If you're Tiger Woods.
Not even that.
Oh,
if you
okay.
were, legally blind, you could still probably do it. But
There you go, Jeffrey.
no,
That's why he thinks of you.
this
No,
is the impressive part. Is he hit 2 balls here? He hit the one, and of course it runs smooth into a tree, pops back, and lands in front of the other tree.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm gonna hit me another one. So he drops another one. And he hits, and I don't know if this was intentional, but he hit almost the exact same spot on the tree. The ball comes out and lands about that far away from the ball that he just hit.
Man, it's just life. Well, just it's called Fro Live. That's Fro Live.
It was,
Or hashtag 2020. It's just
but it was
That's
so
2020.
impressive to see
Yeah.
something that was, it was consistently terrible in a fascinating and sheer impressive way.
Yeah.
So
he's so fun to play golf with.
I do
'Cause
enjoy playing.
It
golf
is
with
fun
him.
because it is.
He will coach you. He'll coach you, and then you make those adjustments, and it helps. And then he gets up there.
He does. He can see what you're
Crazy.
doing.
Exactly. He knows
But,
what's right. Whether or not he can do it.
But it's so. It is. I never did hit record. Crap. Hey, welcome to Small Town Famous. You
we're
missed about the
live.
first 40 minutes. You can go back and catch us on YouTube, and you can catch us on Facebook from this moment, because I forgot to hit record.
Things you
on,
included in what you missed are no. Well,
so,
just go watch it on
but
Facebook.
what's fun with Fro is you never know what you're going to get.
No,
You're going to
never
go out and you're like, hey, you don't want to scramble with him because that's dangerous. Not for money anyway. But playing with him is fun because he may he may just get up there and hit it, and you're like, "What did you do?" I didn't do nothing. That's just the way I play. That's real. That's the way real man plays.
yeah, and
And then the next time he may slice it, and it comes back and hits me in the head. That's how bad he slices.
but he our putting was really impressive this last, because he and I both said, when was the last time you played? He said, oh, last summer. I was like, same here. And then our putting was like, it was really good. I'll have to go
That
back with
dude
him.
lied. We played the Broken Bow.
Line heifer then.
Lied. It was putt, but still.
That counts.
He was
That's
never.
why his
He
putting was so good.
He wasn't under par though. Hey, what do you think about the Washington football team?
Its new name.
Speak to the microphone. Yep.
Its new name
Yes.
is
Just Washington
football team.
That was
I thought it.
very.
I think it quieted the haters. Did you see what they said when LeBron James commented about it?
No.
He tweeted and said, LOL, just woke up to see what Washington, the football team, did with their name. That must have took a long time to think up in your board meeting. And I don't know if it was their Twitter. I don't. It may have been a parody thing, but he retweeted and said, "Your son's name's LeBron Jr."
Oh man,
I thought,
that's good.
wow.
They didn't try very hard. The same
Touche.
I think the same marketing people that came up with By Menon.
Byman.
Genius. No,
Let's do that. Washington football team.
yeah.
But that's gonna.
Or that reminds me though, with some Broken Bow, Amanda's gonna cook us omelets. She can cook good omelets, but they brought some stuff. So it's supposed to be eggs. It was in a carton, and it's not like it was like those when it. I mean, if you bring eggs in a carton, it's at least going to have some kind of healthy name or sunshine. This stuff literally was in a blue and white carton, and it just said egg product. And Jeffrey, and she went ahead and made one for Jeffrey, and he was surprised when it tasted bad. Then he smelt it. I'm like, I would have smelt it first.
No,
But
you
it
always
just
taste
said
it first.
egg-
You just go in to see, because you don't want to know. Because sometimes smell can be deceiving.
It just said
you know?
egg, just egg product.
Because like my brother told me about something he ate not long ago. He said, man, have you ever eaten? Well, I forgot what he was talking about. And I said, I don't guess I have. He said, man, it tastes just like it. It tastes just like how dog food smells. Delicious.
Oh, I never get old. That's good.
That's always a good one, but
That's always
he
a
hit
good
me
one.
with it. But oh no, but we got that. The NBA started back tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I know I told everybody
Oh.
a couple of weeks ago that I was
did not know
interested
that.
in. I was not thrilled about it. I was like, nothing's compelling me to watch. And then I was like, I'll check it out. It's first thing, and I mean, it was. I thought maybe the messaging about the social issues at large right now would be kind of just sidebarred. Maybe see something on the court here or back here. It is primarily what the product is about right now. Basketball kind of takes a secondary,
Man,
and it kind of went, well.
how sick. When did they decide that they were going to be politicians?
Even the commercials, like the Sprite commercial and all that. It's a lot of the same thing. When you went, well, I just kind of want to. Now the guys that I didn't know their name, I can't read on the back of their jersey because it's a message.
Oh,
now.
gosh.
And I was like, well, I don't know who got the basket. I don't know that was a great play. I don't know who did it. It says, I guess I'll
FTP.
FTP
for another 3.
Right now it just says say their name or something, and I was like, well, I would have if you had it on the back of your jersey. But.
He ate me.
That's a message worth having.
Well, you remember watching the Oscars and Ricky Gervais's opening, and then they went and did. Well, Morgan Freeman made some weird deal for the opening of Major League Baseball, and I was thinking, I wish Ricky Gervais would just come in and make a video that they would play right after Morgan Freeman's. Man, how you feel about the kneeling? How you feel about the kneeling?
Well, that was the thing. Is it was the Pelicans and whoever they were playing earlier. Like everybody in everybody in the whole building, did the knee at the beginning.
No, even the crowd.
What crowd?
The virtual crowd.
I guess, but no, all the coaching staff, all the it was. That's what started out, but Ricky is hilarious. He is. But also, keeping in sports news, dude, Mike Tyson is back.
Can't wait. Roy Jones Jr. Money.
He said, kind of in the beginning, I'm going to train. And I'm going to come back and fight.
Yeah.
And I'll do it for $1 million. If I will box a bear if you can scrape up $1 million. And then they saw how many views just his training videos were getting.
Yeah.
Mega millions of views.
Yeah.
And he went, maybe a little more than $1 million. So and then instead of like, I'll do an exhibition with, just throw somebody in there. He said Roy Jones Jr.
And I can't believe so Roy Jones accepted.
They signed the contract, and I think Tyson signed it with a blunt in his mouth. So
I would imagine he probably signed it with Roy Jones Jr.'s blood because Roy Jones he's about to lose his first fight.
Well, no, Roy Jones has still been active. His latest fight was like 2 years ago. I mean, so he's still doing it. He's on a 4-fight win streak.
But yeah,
and
who's
then,
he fighting?
I don't know who watches boxing other than like Tyson Fury and Wilder and Anthony Joshua. But anyway,
I would take a punch from Roy Jones Jr. Square in the mouth any day.
You can say that,
and then take a slap in the back than Mike Tyson. Tyson to kill him.
Well, right now Tyson has not fought in 20 years.
He even children. I want to hear the press conference.
And he's opening Vegas odds have him as the favorite.
We got to go to that. We got to go to that. I got to get Lexi to get me some tickets because she's banking. No, I don't.
Throw some money.
But no, seriously, my birthday is coming up.
Mike Tyson,
that would be awesome.
Roy Jones Jr. Who you got?
Yeah.
Who you got?
Because I personally think
you care. I mean, this is something that's always fascinating because it's nostalgic for life, and a lot of people are coming back out of retirement for nostalgia purposes, but. Oh, Tyson's a bad man. Are you kidding me?
He is a bad man.
Dude, the walkout music, just the Phil Collins in the air tonight. Will they bring it back?
I believe so.
He has to.
Yeah, it's the whole persona, man.
Oh man, That gave people nightmares.
Cause see, when I was growing up, I remember him winning when he won at 18 years old.
Oh my gosh, when he went 21-0 with 21 knockouts in the first round.
I remember
I mean, it was round. We're talking about insane numbers here.
I mean, you see it all the time in the UFC. These quick knockouts and stuff like I always want to say Lundgren. Well, Askren. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson did that boxing. You just walked out,
and you don't really see that anymore.
He knocked some dude out in like 30 seconds.
I did see a girls boxing match the other day, or I say a match. It was like 6-7 seconds.
Did you lose a bet?
Yeah, I did. But no, I just saw that Sports Center. Somebody had like a highlight of this. The bell rang, and this girl went claw, 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 and that girl dropped. And she walked away.
Oh, man. Yeah, you sure?
Hey, look like Amber Heard on Johnny Depp or something.
Man.
It's like, golly.
Well, we said something. Oh, before we jumped off. I'm not going to talk about all that political nonsense and stuff that everybody has been talking about.
Well, we won't get too political, but we do have some big news stories that we were going to get to.
Oh, okay. All right. So I didn't know if you. Yeah, that's right. I sent you my notes, didn't I?
I saw your notes.
You down with this? Let's do a sponsor. You know what's up.
You just sprang it on me. All right,
I scroll past a lot of videos on here, but I watch every single Tyson video I see every time.
Every time.
I'm telling you.
And speaking of Seth Miller.
Dude, you talking about timing.
Man,
Segway Seth is what we call him.
Hey,
Segway Seth.
All right.
Gotta have the sponsor music.
Exactly. You know what would look great outside your home or business? A custom name log sign from Miller Custom Name Logs and Chainsaw Carving, because Seth can take a chainsaw and make some of the most amazing things. Not only does he make name logs, which Alan has in his yard right this very second.
Yeah, I do.
But he makes all sorts of lifelike sculptures, benches. Hold on there, because we're not done. He makes mantles too. He's got it all. No! But you can see what all he can do at millerlogs.com. And like his Facebook page, Miller Custom Name Logs and Chainsaw Carvings. Get ready for the number here. Write it down. 573-856-4920, or just stop in on him, because that's not creepy at all. You can call him. He's located on Highway 34 between Piedmont and Patterson, Mississippi. Hey! All right. Man. All right. So, did you catch any of the bar testimony the other day?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna reclaim my time on this. What did you think about it?
I'll reclaim my time.
Reclaim my time on this.
Why won't you answer the? Since you don't want to answer the question, I'm going to reclaim my time. I want to know why. I want to know
what did you have
why you're friends with the president. My favorite comeback was when that woman said, back in 2017, you said that that attorney generals or inspector generals that donate to a political party are prone to lean towards that persuasion of a political party.
Right.
She said, "Did you say that, sir?" And he said, "Yes." And she said, "And didn't you also contribute, you and your wife, $750,000 to the Republican Party?" And Bill Barr, he never changes his expression. He says,
the same.
"Does it surprise you that I'm a Republican?" He was appointed by Trump, idiot. I mean, that's what's so cool about Barr is he just like, number one, Barr knows who's being arrested in that chamber. That's one thing.
Right.
He's not really worried.
Right.
He knows all those are, but just the fact that he sits there and he just looks at them like they're idiots. Like, I'm gonna listen to this.
But this is the thing is,
I'm reclaiming my time. So he just, Have you ever seen anybody treated that rude for
No.
no reason whatsoever?
Well, there's a reason in their
that
own
way,
mind,
you know
but-
what I mean. In
Right.
their mind.
Right, but no, it was a they're losing the optics battle. On
Oh,
that
my
because
gosh.
saw like, wow, you treat people really bad.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah. And they
don't care
think
if they
they got
disagree.
him. Well, if you look
Oh,
at
oh
if you
my
look at YouTube, when you really search, all that stuff is real as far as all the censoring and all that, obviously.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you try to YouTube it, and you have to,
owned.
yeah,
you
like
see all
they,
that.
it's freaking, and it's every time they're interrupting him and stuff, and it really just makes them look like idiots. But the optics, you're talking about the optics.
Yeah.
You couple that with the riots. And my other favorite comeback was when he was talking about, that the rector of that church where y'all tear gassed everybody and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Disagreed with the federal protection, federal protection of the church. And Barr said, was that before or after the fire? and he went,
I don't know.
but speaking of on those riots, I had something on those riots.
No, you didn't.
It was something Ben Shapiro said, and it was to me it was so funny. But what you keep hearing on all the media is these peaceful protests, which are ridiculous. Nobody believes that. But it's even worse when they say the mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful, yeah.
So they were mostly peaceful.
Yeah.
And Ben Shapiro said, that's like saying that OJ was mostly peaceful the night he murdered his wife. He was
Except for
he
the
was
20
good
minutes.
for about 30 minutes out of 24 hours. He was mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful. What else did you say? That it's like saying like a woman is barely pregnant.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like
something
that's
like
like a
that.
woman saying I'm just a little bit pregnant. I mean, you were either violent or you weren't.
But reclaiming the time. That's everybody's got to start using that. No,
Reclaiming the time?
I'm reclaiming my time. But
I'm gonna use that on podcast because
I
I
did-
overtalk y'all so much. I'm just gonna reclaim my time.
reclaim your time, bro. It's your show. But I did see a local news affiliate. They ran a little report on mail-in ballots and things like that, and they did an experiment. They did, I think, was it 200, 300 mock voting ballots where they set up a location where the ballots were going to be received, and count them and do all this stuff. And they used every method of post office, drop it in the box, giving it right directly to the post office workers and all
Right.
that. And what their research and investigative reporting turned up was that a lot of those were never seen again. And that was with nobody even trying to.
Yeah,
Trying to
not even
influence
intentionally,
anything.
dude.
That
Yeah,
was
that wasn't even
That was
intentional.
just through the system.
And believe
I
me, if
mean,
it was intentional, we would call it out. That was
Right.
just
That was-
the ineptness.
and
Even the
that's
post
what they were
office
talking
said.
about.
Even the post office said, "You're not doing this right. We can't sort this." With the freaking post office.
we just
But I'm-
backlog mail.
But I mean, my God, the amount of mail, and then you expect.
Oh my gosh.
And then it was like,
Especially everybody's
and then
been
they-
in quarantine trying to send stuff.
I'm like, do people and who were
overload them?
how many times in the last month have you walked to the mailbox to mail something? Do you even remember how to? Do millennials even know what the flag is for on the mailbox?
No, yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just say
I
hi.
got
Let's say hi to the post office worker.
I got mail.
Like say hey. That's for them. Like
Oh, just
that's for
that-
you saying. I hope
That's
you have
like
a good day.
howdy to the.
Yeah, that's like it's like waving. when
Man,
you're
I haven't waved at
driving.
my post office. I haven't waved at my
You
post
haven't
here in a
sent
while.
anything?
Let me check on. Hey, since this is live, let me check on my. Let me check on my boy real quick. Tax here, buy a selfie. Make sure you're not burning something down. Hold on.
Yeah, we don't.
But keep them entertained.
Oh yeah. But now it's just me and you guys, so I hope you you at least help me out here. We'll keep it carrying. Yeah, read some of the comments. That's always a good one. Knock knock jokes. Don't really have any of those in my back pocket, but we're going to talk about. Did anybody see where the Pentagon verified UFOs and said they are not of this world? That's what shocked me the most. is that all of this only in 2020 can we say, yeah, UFOs are they're real and they have equipment that's not of this world, and nobody goes, maybe we need to look into that. I think that only in 2020 can that work. But what's up, Tag? Nothing.
Tag. Here, come here. You can be on camera anyway.
Go ahead. Come on and be on camera.
You can come be on camera. Come here. You can play video games.
Yeah, we're about to do some rating spiking right here because
The Taxter is back.
Taxter is back. We were just talking about UFOs.
Tag's favorite subject.
Yeah,
I just want to talk.
yeah. Go ahead.
I just want to talk.
Tag.
Well, I don't
let, we haven't got a kid's perspective on the school opening stuff.
Oh, that is such a great idea.
All right, well let me slide this mic over here. Tag.
No.
Okay, no. He's got his own mic. What are we talking about here? Tag has his own mic.
Hold on. You know how this.
This ain't
works.
his first rodeo.
But hey,
Not really.
where's
I
your,
haven't done this in a while.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
where's
like
your
riding a
headphones at?
bike. Nobody does it
dude,
anymore.
Put your headphones on. Do your thing. You know, you've been on this podcast more times than any 5-year-old,
Hello,
10-year-old.
A third world distraction. There we go.
Yeah, just
Before that, can I have a drink of that?
you can have a You can have a drink of Sunkist. Diet Sunkist Orange, newest sponsor. Thank you.
Newest sponsor. Appreciate that. Yeah, Tag. So tell me, I know it's been a really long summer, because it started in February. And
Yeah, it did.
where are you at on going back to school? Are you excited? You're like, maybe I need to be a little bit weary.
I'm basically like, get me out of here.
Get you out of the house. You're ready to just go.
No, I'm ready to not go
Okay.
and get away from school forever.
So teachers, there you go. He's not talking about Taylor though. He's just talking about those big city liberal schools.
General
I'm
schools.
just talking about in general. I'm just
you
ready
go.
to move on,
Well,
get a job,
move
and make
on.
some money.
So what's
He's ready to go to work.
Well,
I'm proud of you, son.
well, let me ask, if it's not school, what is the job that you're aiming for? And what do you think?
2 million things, pretty much.
Talking to the microphone.
Yeah, talking about
Right up. Just get up here like this, like you got the big D voice.
Like 10 million things.
10 million things. Well, what would be, give me your top three. Your top three at the top of that list.
Basketball player.
Okay.
Got the height.
Doctor for the money.
Doctor. Okay.
And then YouTuber.
YouTuber. That seems to be a growing thing because my kids, they got the lighting now. They do the TikTok stuff. Are you on TikTok?
No.
Okay.
Mom would never
I
get
would've-
me
I
that.
would have promoted
No,
you.
man. That's straight up
She would
China.
have never done that until I was 20.
What do you feel
Should
about
they ban it?
Yeah, should they ban TikTok?
Probably.
Yeah, should they ban? All right.
What's your
Probably.
what's your thoughts on the whole about the election and
Yeah.
where we're standing, the polls that shows that Trump's behind?
And keep,
what are
and
your
keep this
thoughts?
clean because we
Yeah,
know
please-
you have
please,
a pretty
keep it
radical
clean.
opinion on a lot of
So
this.
yeah, what's your thoughts on it?
Me?
You're the only tag we got. Go ahead, buddy.
So I might have been looking at that.
Go
Sorry.
Oh,
No, so
Never
so
mind.
tell us
What
about
is it?
about the polls. Because the polling, you know what a poll is.
President?
yes.
Yeah,
poll-
for president,
Oh.
and they've got actually Joe Biden is leading in the polls,
Right.
showing that he's going to
Just wallop.
whoop Trump.
Just wallop. Trump.
You think-
it's similar to the 2016?
Lies!
From and we don't talk politics, so this from the mouth of babes. Now you
Right.
tell me, so you think the polls are? Yeah, talking to the mic. You think the polls are incorrect?
Fake. Absolutely fake. And the Democrats are lying. And they're idiots.
Well, we don't want to name call, but you make a good point. No,
So
no, that's professional analysis there because people pay money for analysis like that, and we
Yeah.
just got it for free. You all heard it for free. You're welcome. But
so what do you think the schools are to do when they are going back? and you are going back, what's your thoughts on the whole thing on going back to school? Should assuming you love school, should they
For
go?
the sake of this analogy,
Should
love school.
should kids be back in school, or should they not because of the deadly coronavirus?
First of all, you are incorrect. I do not love school.
That's why it was called a hypothetical.
Oh, anyways.
okay, we
Never answer a hypothetical.
Kristen Crump Wilson has already said tag for president, and I think you already have a supporter there.
Yep.
Excellent.
There's another one, I think.
You're,
Yeah,
Say
so,
that.
so-
there's,
but
there's another one.
But-
Show him all of his support.
him and Kanye have been talking. So
VP Pink,
so what are you thinking about school? Do you think that it's safe to go back to school?
I mean, as long as people social distance and wear a mask.
See, they're brainwashed.
Pretty logical.
Now that's logical. Do you think kids should wear masks?
I mean, like, they don't really catch or spread it, so.
Look at
There,
that. Look, he's just like a miniature, or he's like a bigger Fauci.
They
Basically.
Basically.
They get it.
And I think everybody can agree watching this. And you know, if a kid goes to school with a mask in 3rd grade, 4th grade, I know you're in Hadley's class, and I forget what grade she's in now, but I was way off. But you know, if they're wearing a mask and say it's a Spider-Man mask, like, oh, cool, look at my Spider-Man mask. They're not going to come home with a Spider-Man mask. They're coming home with a different one because they traded at lunch.
right.
And they
That's right. So, what do you think you'll be able to wear a mask all day long at school?
all day, even when you eat.
I won't be able to do
Of course
it.
not.
I just won't be. No,
What is
just
the
no.
what is the recess style? I mean, because you know, if they
Unless
go
I
out,
have my comfortable Trump mask, no.
He does have a very
hey,
comfortable.
you
Just-
better be wearing that.
he's
mask.
got one of
Better
these.
Pop that out there and show it.
but he's
Show
got-
it to the people.
Or that one.
But he's
Or
got
that one.
he's got his Jesus is my savior, Trump is my president mask.
Uh-oh.
And I also got this one.
And what does that say on
What's
there?
that say on it, bro?
Small time famous, sucker.
What's that
You
say?
can read this, back up, sucker.
If you can
Back up.
read this, back up, sucker.
Yeah,
if you want
read it.
one, $50. That's all
If
they
you're
are.
farsighted,
We're much cheaper than most.
forget you. Your daughter.
Look at who said hey to you. Look on the
Hey,
screen.
hi.
Love you.
Oh, that's.
Can't wait to see you Saturday.
But speaking
Go
of,
ahead and say it again,
Shout
Tay.
out to you.
Talk to Lexi, buddy.
Well, I thought we just
Tell her you missed
feel
her.
that warmth there,
miss you.
Lexi? Do you feel that?
Are you gonna start crying now?
No.
Let me turn it up then.
You gotta
Let me
feel
throw in some
Well,
BJ.
she just said love you.
She
Let me
just
throw in
said
some
like-
BJ.
But speaking of Lexi, you
Oh,
want, I mean,
segue.
Tell her I
It's
said
just-
hi.
we are on it. We are so on it right now. She is also our latest sponsor. She's a budding social media influencer. Also, Alan's daughter, as we learned here today.
Boom.
She's following her dreams, building a name for herself and a social media empire.
She's got like.
Heck yes.
She's almost got. She's got more Instagram followers than we have.
Yeah.
She does?
I think most people do. She's fashion.
We just started our account.
She
man.
shares fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content, which she shares and makes money off of. So you might want to give her a follow because she's influencing.
Good luck with that money.
And you can
Good
that's
luck with
it.
that money.
That's on Instagram at Life with Lexi G. If you like her products that she's promoting, then click on the link in the comments of her bio. This will get you more info on the styles. She's gaining followers quickly, so everybody's gonna be dressing like her eventually. You might as well get in on it now. What? Exactly. So check her out. It's Like to Know. Okay, that's Life with Lexi G on Instagram.
Life with Lexi G.
Bam. All right. And what else did we? I mean, is tags a
What?
Isn't it time for a new sponsor?
Is that what you can see the comments? I want to see some.
Yeah, let's
You want to see some comments there?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
start-
what do you think about?
People just start
I
commenting.
wa-
Tag wants to see.
Tag
some
wants to say
comments.
hey to everybody.
Tag wants to say.
Lexi said bam on her sponsorship.
Boom.
But
You're welcome.
Tag for Prez. We got Hey Tag. We got Love You Bud. Of course, there's all your sister. Then we got two claps on Ric Flair. But I want you to look at this. Okay.
Who do you
and
have?
tell me.
Roy Jones Jr. or Mike Tyson?
Oh, Mike Tyson.
No, him.
Oh, who do you
Talk to the expert.
He
Back up.
he's a UFC guy.
Oh my.
I know.
But yeah, Mike. Did you know Mike Tyson is coming out of retirement to do an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr., who has never been defeated.
I think he
No, he is total. No, man, he's undefeated, ain't he?
Is Mike Tyson the one that did the fastest knockout ever?
Yes. Yes, he is.
I thought that was, wait, so he's the one that
In
jumped
boxing.
in. Oh, I thought we were talking about UFC here.
No, UFC,
Sorry,
man.
UFC
That,
fans.
we
Boxing fans.
No,
Yeah.
we learned that there was no UFC fighter ever that was willing to fight Tyson. So that's
Wow.
actual fact. That's what I heard.
I know a certain Irishman that may
Who
consider
is this guy?
for enough money.
You're throwing money at me.
Yeah. Hey, I want to. What has happened to Drudge? I used to look at a long time ago.
They just went kind of off the rails.
What is your thought? To me, it's cancel culture.
But yeah.
But I want to. Do you think something personally? There's been some animus or something towards Trump. What's your thoughts on Drudge?
No, I think that
Because I can't stand him. Now.
there's probably some sort of personal animosity there. But
Why would you
when
think-
you're talking about cancel culture, I was going to see what you thought about the big techs when they did their testifying the other day. Because they had Bezos,
Yeah.
Zuckerberg. I don't think Jack was on there from Twitter, but he would,
No.
he probably should have been since he's kind of the big one
Yeah.
behind all that. He's on some sort of soul searching venture. I don't know. I saw some pictures like he was.
God.
He's like he's deep in the rainforest somewhere.
Man.
And I'm pretty sure if we bring up the H word,
Yeah.
I don't know, the medicine.
Yeah.
That'll get you banned.
Well-
completely because you saw the doctors. You were talking
Yeah,
about the
man.
doctors
And
the other day.
And I screen. I
The
saved
summit,
it,
the doctor
dude.
summit.
I
Did
saved
anybody see that?
Dr. Emmanuel. I'll say that. So
What are y'all talking about?
we're talking about a.
There was a group of doctors that were
Yeah.
actually in
About-
front of the Supreme Court building a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Did a big news conference, answered questions about the virus and all that, and apparently the Facebook and all that didn't like what they were saying or didn't agree with it, so they took all of it down, banned it. Nobody could see it.
I agree, Seth. I agree.
Oh.
After I watched Emmanuel. I watched Dr. Emmanuel.
Well, they try
and I
to
listened
discredit
to.
half of them. This person believes in some sort of witch doctoring. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they called her. Yeah, called it witchcraft. Oh,
some
she,
sort of witchcraft or whatever.
how racist is it that the left said, yeah, but she got her MD in Africa.
Woo, woo.
That or not Nigeria, wherever she got it was in Africa, the continent. How racist was that? And that's the left saying that, like it didn't count.
Yeah.
Like she's not a real doctor. I'm gonna tell you, if I come down
But
with
they're
wrong,
listening to the World Health Organization. That's like,
yeah, if I-
who's that guy up there that's
oh
running
yeah,
that?
yeah, the guy that's
let's question
cheese
that.
cheese
That-
cheese
right-
best friend.
Well, right now they're banning a lot of these big tech companies are banning what goes against World Health Organization,
Right.
Suggestions and whatnot and information. However, if you go back and look, the World Health Organization should probably be banned as well because they've contradicted themselves a couple of times on certain things.
Yeah.
And they don't even live up to their. So,
It's so
do
contradictory.
you think it's about, because a lot of these people didn't start getting banned until, say, the president retweeted something. Do
Yeah,
you think
yeah.
it has something going on? Like, we don't care what you say, but we do care about who says it or what.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's like this is information we don't want or don't agree with or whatever? I don't know.
I think that then the entirety of it is to see Trump not get elected. That is all it's for. The entire cancel culture. The thing about cancel culture is you eventually run out of people to cancel, and you start canceling each other.
You have
they
to
will
hold
cannibalize.
yourself to
Yeah,
your own standard there.
Well, they'll cannibalize each other. I mean, I've been saying that for a long time. Yeah,
they
of course.
have to because half the people that they're going after, that are doing the going after they've said almost the exact same stuff 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Half the people that we're talking about blackface, like Jimmy Kimmel was like, he did blackface and all that. He needs to be canceled. Turns out, he kind of had a problem with it there for a little while doing his Karl Malone bits.
And they need just to stop the entire thing because somebody's going to dig up some yearbook or something's going to happen. Society has changed. Yeah. And we get better as things go on in some respects of it.
And that's the thing is you can't judge the historical, especially going back to this 18th century and earlier.
Yeah.
You can't judge the morality of things through our lens of moral righteousness today in a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's impossible because nobody's going to live up to that. Nobody.
There's
absolutely nobody.
Well, the founding fathers couldn't. I mean,
nobody could.
But of course,
if you lived back then, you wouldn't.
I wish I would have known that we actually. I didn't know that we actually started in 1619. So I was way off on that. Man, if they try teaching, oh, I can say 1619, 619 feet from here.
That's the address.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Well, you know what? Get ready for school. No, that probably won't be Talton Taylor, but there are some schools that want to teach that 1619 deal, and it's great. She even had to want to. Did you see her a couple of days ago? They called her out on it, and she even said it was just a story. It's her opinion, and it's just history. But now they're going to try to teach it as history. So anyway, the whole thing's just the world. I don't know. It's 2020. Who knows? I mean, the Pentagon saying that there's going to be aliens, and that they were back in the day when I was down the YouTube wormhole.
We all go down it.
At some point, you go down that spiral. I spent a while there, came back out of it, but man. And the big thing for years is disclosures coming. And how disappointed are these dudes? They disclosed it in 2020 and everybody's like, of course, it's aliens.
Duh.
Yeah. I just want to know, were they wearing a mask? That's all I want to know. What if they gave us coronavirus?
If they showed up, all the Karens would pop out and go, you can't be out here like that.
Everybody, Antifa run up with umbrellas.
I don't care.
Nothing
what
to see
you're
here.
Doing.
Yeah,
flip is happening.
Yeah, man. I don't know. The whole thing's crazy. Right. Yeah, it's just every time something happens now, it just says 2020. It's just 2020.
Oh yeah, it's.
Oh man, we better rest.
Trust me, next
we do want to get.
Aliens are coming, and that's gonna be a giant Godzilla destroying buildings next. And coming up next time on 2020.
At this point,
2020, baby.
At this point, it's like Tiger King. You just don't know what's going to come next. It's crazy.
You can still catch that on Netflix.
They'll probably
Did you see the lawsuit on the?
Oh, the name of it?
No, the lawsuit about it's the Netflix. Number one selling Halloween costume.
Who are they suing?
They're suing whoever. They didn't get the rights to it.
Well, I thought they were suing. Somebody was suing Netflix over the name because they just named the documentary that, and Tiger King's like something else. Like it was the name of something else. So
it's pretty generic,
man. Yeah, everything's a lawsuit.
Somebody just started a podcast called Small Town Famous, and a band called Small Town Famous, and I think we're gonna probably sue them. I'd imagine it's 2020.
We're about to have a big story.
So what is your what? So what's your blood sugar now? Where we at?
235.
Good night, still. Well, I tell you what, we went fishing the other day. Anna caught her first fish. I've been teaching tag to fish, and thanks to
You caught your first? Was it a bass, brim? What'd you
We've
get?
already
It's a
caught.
br- it is a brim.
I've already caught 4
That's
fish.
fine.
yeah. So, but she actually was talking about how they check blood sugar on the fish. When
Really?
yeah, because they did fishing when she would go to Camp Sweeney, they check blood sugar on the fish.
I'll be right
But
back,
speaking
baby.
of, but I was doing that as a segue
You
because
did, because if you do enjoy fishing,
absolutely.
or you're looking to stock your pond, or you have a tank at home or the office, then we'd be
Not Billy Bland's. We don't want to sue them. No. Bad timing. Sorry, Seth.
terrible, Seth. But we hope you try the best name in the fish game. That obviously is Billy Bland Fishery. They have all sorts of sport fish that you can imagine, from catfish, goldfish, minnows, koi, bass, crappie, and they have a variety of tropical fish. The best part is they'll ship right to you. Check out BillyBlandFishery.com or call them 870-694-4811. Great folks at a great family business. They can help you. Billy Bland, where the name is bland, but the fish are not.
Word. All right.
We do, but
No, we don't. We'll finish out with that. I just have one last thing I was going to ask you about because I've been waiting
ahead
for.
then.
I've
Go
been
ahead
waiting. Oh, how about let's put the camera back
That's
on?
around 2.
Well, no, we're about to wrap up, but I just wanted to. I wanted to get people's opinion on. I did not know this, and I wanted Jordan to comment on this so bad. But do you
Disappointment.
did you know that? And you have to Google this to find out what state, if it's in your state, that it is still legal.
Florida.
It is still legal. It's probably it's definitely got to be legal in Texas. But if you have a legal dispute with somebody instead of suing them, that it is still on the books, trial by combat. You
So
can actually
you can whoop up on somebody to settle a dispute.
if you want to settle a dispute with a neighbor or whoever, you can call the police department if they're in existence in your town, and they actually will cordon off the area
wow.
and let you fight it out. No interruptions, just fisticuffs.
Okay, now
And then
I know that
when somebody's beat down, they stop it.
If it is 2, I don't know if it's a settled. I guess it would have to be.
It's
settled
mano y
dispute.
mano.
Right.
That'd be funnest.
But in some, I don't know if it's, of course, everything's in Portland, but I don't know if it's Portland or it's a city on the West Coast. It may be a state on the West Coast, but a city
Arizona. That's a city. Sorry.
that allows if
It's Biden's favorite city.
2 consenting parties to just fight.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's
That is
completely
called
legal. Completely legal.
that is called trial by combat.
Okay, well,
that's the trial by combat, or in some states it's known as mutual combat.
right.
And I would love to. I think I'd love to see
say-
Seth Miller do that.
I say, well, you put up a mock Alamo. Seth will
Oh my
throw.
He'll never.
anybody.
He wouldn't lose it. He wouldn't lose a fight.
throw-
He would never.
You talk about he'd say, go practice falling down.
Yeah, caught that punch with your face, baby. All right,
But
so
there are a lot of odd laws still on the books now. I think in Arkansas or somewhere it's illegal to have an alligator in a bathtub. Stuff like that.
There's weird-
There's books.
we need to
with that-
make a list of all
I
of
had
that.
I had an old book in Louisiana. Dude, don't even get me started on the weird laws.
And it's not stuff like spitting on sidewalk, but there are like you can't do certain things on Thursday. I mean, there's weird stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
weird stuff, and
Just stuff that was,
Yeah.
of course, from an old time, like we were saying, we can't really look back in history and go, well, they were just completely, looking through our lens of you can't, what is the word I'm looking for? Reverse engineer, from perfection to now. It's like we're kind of doing that.
yeah, stuff
in a
gets
way.
and stuff just gets left,
Right.
Because it doesn't get prosecuted, like the Logan Act.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a law put in place, never used, except for General Flynn. Yeah, you
pull it
Google
out.
that if you haven't heard that. All right, so I'll tell you what, we better. Well, my bad.
Yep.
We
producing.
better go ahead and.
Well, it's good. You got.
I want to start doing this, Mark.
You had the kids showing up that we appreciate them for
Yeah.
joining us. Tag. Anna slipping in on us because
Yeah.
you know
Heck
what?
yeah.
There's nothing more important than family.
Heck yes.
And we all want the best care for our loved ones. And that's what Regional Hospice Care Group of Louisiana offers. Quality and compassionate care from a wonderful staff that is dedicated to families. With a full-time physician on staff that even makes house calls. You can call them at one of their 2 locations in both Minden and Shreveport, Louisiana at 318-382-9396 or 318-524-1046. And let Regional Hospice Care Group of Louisiana care for your family.
Yeah, man.
Say that. You gotta. We love our family.
We do love our
We
family.
love our listeners, and we love everybody that joined us today. We appreciate you for sharing, commenting, and hopefully we're going to have some of the other big hitters back. Jordan, Fro,
Yeah.
Romy.
I had 3
miss
cameras.
Heck yes.
I actually worked all day having 3 cameras set
Yeah,
up.
we got cameras set up for all this, and now we just got the one because that's all we needed.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you, everybody, for joining in. We're Small Town Famous, and we are...
Ow.
Just saying we need to bring that rapid fire or whatever it is.
You're about to talk on the end of it.
Okay, well, tag out. Why can I barely hear that?